Libra, hey, welcome. Thank you for joining me and dropping in with me. We are here to tap into the collective Libran energy and just see what message wants to come on through. My goodness, so much freaking blockage coming in today. What is this? Is this Pluto retrograde action? No, we will not move into expansion. We're going to pull you back into the darkness. There might be something coming back, something that's kind of been, out of your realm of focus for a while. Ooh, something coming back around the bend. Yeah, there's still something to digest back there. Okay, something that could have related to back in August, all right? Might have first started coming in there. Might have something to do with somebody born on the 8th, okay? Could have something to do with a Leo, all right? This is somebody possibly that's a life path 8 that's coming back around. You could be a life path 8. This has something to do with power. This has something to do with something being on a bit of an infinity loop. It's like, how long is this going to continue to travel in these same circles? I also see this is about something that needs to be digested in order for there to be a new beginning, okay? Wow. we're not coming in with any like minor messages, all right? Feels like heavy hitter energy, I have to tell you, Libra. All right, this is for any significant Libra placement, or if you have a prominent placement in the 7th house. Likewise, if you are an Aries rising, that makes you a Libra descendant, and you may find something here for you, especially in matters of the heart, okay? Descendant sign plays a lot of influence in realms of matters of the heart, so do always tune in for that if you're working through relationship challenges. All right, so these are probably themes coming in for you. You're not accepting any kiss up energy here. You're not accepting any bribes. You can't be bought. All right, maybe at one point, somebody could like just sort of kiss up, make it all better, and you'd sort of like, against your best judgment, Libra, you'd kind of like turn your head the other way and just go, oh, all right. You might have a soft spot for this character here. Somebody may be coming in with a gift, all right? It's a gift with strings attached. Don't put yourself in a compromising position here. Maybe you put yourself in a compromising position in the past. There's something here you need to get a clearer view of this time around the bend. Okay, Libra? Do be prepared. Somebody is coming in to like kiss up here. I feel like that might have worked in the past. That's not going to work now. All right. There's something that needs to be faced honestly, squarely, let's see what this is. Okay. What's coming in here for Libra? Well, that came out quite readily. Oh yeah. Whew. All right. Something is really mixed up here, and there's a lot of heated emotions in this situation. All right, a lot's been stirred up, I have to say. And there is some change coming in here. This is a big rerouting influence. There's 2 people that have really been affected in this situation. You might have a bit of drama that's coming around that's trying to pull you back in. Be careful, okay? Be careful what you sign on for, what you accept. There could be a person in this situation who has a bit of a drinking problem, I have to say, okay? Gives those vibes to me. There could be a New Orleans connection. There could be that something's really been intentionally stirred up between 2 people. And so there's 2 people here who are very much on guard, that could lead to sort of a real problem with approaching a situation in the way it needs to be approached too. Right? There also might be something that got a little messy back there. Somebody's wanting to sidestep things. Give me more details about this. What is this? What is this blender here, man? Oh, Lord have mercy. Just what we need, Libra. Something's about to get stirred up here. This could be a tag team effort too, I have to say. right? So do be aware of kiss up energy, all right? I don't think you're willing to compromise on something here. That might have a couple people pretty like wound up. What is this about? What is this about? All right. Okay, we got crossing energy, but I'm going to take this covering energy first because it landed right on top of the blender. Yeah, I mean, maybe somebody's feeling a little lovesick here, I have to say. And this could be also some issues with there being some unhealthy patterns in a relationship. We got 8 energy on the board here. The 8 is significant. It came in that infinity loop. Maybe this is what needs to be digested. The unhealthy approach, the unhealthy patterns in a relationship, or an unhealthy element that's creating some problems here. In some cases, this unhealthy element within a particular connection could be that 3 is a crowd. You know, we got unicorn energy here. It could be a situation where one person really wants commitment and another person's just like kind of content to play the field. It may be a little kiss up energy coming in here because of indiscretion. You know, somebody stepped out on a commitment, on a relationship. You know, they brought a sexual partner into the mix, and so this is causing an unhealthy element, maybe even a lot of stress, a lot of worry in a situation. All right. There's something here that has caused issue in a love union. It's made 2 people quite angry, I have to say. And this could even be 2 people kind of pitted against each other in a third party dynamic. And there's a storm brewing here with the blender. But, you know, I have to say, when I see this kind of like hurricane energy, tornado energy, it also makes me think of Oya. It makes me think of Oya, and it makes me think that sometimes for good changes to happen, there needs to be some disruption, okay? Especially if something's been on a continuous infinity loop for too long. Sometimes you have to stir things up. Maybe you took an action that really stirred things up, Libra. I feel like somebody here is lovesick. Somebody in this equation is lovesick. And there's something involved here. There's something unhealthy in this dynamic that needs to be really uprooted. Like there can't be kiss up energy around this. You can't compromise with this. Something is unhealthy and it needs to be pulled out at the root. It needs to be pulled up at the root. I mean, Oya came in. Did somebody lay roots on a situation? I have to bring it in. Okay, somebody could have laid roots on the situation. All right. And this is causing a problem. Look at this. We got the Queen in reverse to the Devil here. All right. Maybe this is something that you're already privy to. Maybe you know that there's a certain devilish influence in the mix here that was causing disruption in a connection. Maybe it's certain behaviors within you, Libra. Maybe ways that you didn't used to value yourself in the past because you had a weakness for a particular devil, but I feel like you turned that around with this Devil in reverse. I feel like you've been doing a lot of work on transforming your own unhealthy patterns of behavior. You've been dancing with the devil. You've been making the unconscious conscious. And there's something that's turning around here. This also could be news that a particularly devilish character who is sort of throwing a wrench in the works is now being contained in this situation. They're no longer going to be causing problems here. And in the case where you suspect that somebody may have laid roots on this situation that caused disruption and moved somebody out so a unicorn could sweep in and take that spot, I feel like, first of all, this has been undone and you already knew how to kind of like unravel that situation. And I also feel like there's something happening here where something is being addressed, but it might get addressed through a little disruption. In other words, this dynamic duo may be kind of like coming up to stir things up, I have to say. Something here is being dealt with though, all right? Interesting energy. Give me some more details and then we're going to jump into the tarot here. Oh, yes. I feel like the tables are turning here, and somebody who at one point had a lot of control in this situation to disrupt someone's stability is now being contained, okay? Somebody's got this character's head in a vice in this situation, all right? Oh, Lord have mercy. We got a little rerouting energy here. It could get a little unpredictable. I see that. Somebody in this dynamic is dealing with a really unpredictable situation. All right, give me some more details for Libra. What's up with this, man? What's up with this? It looks like a desire to bring some drama to your doorstep, I have to say, Libra. Oh, yes, it comes in like it's kind of crossing, but heading south. Again, kiss up energy. Does somebody give a gift? All right. Does somebody come in bearing gifts? Understand it's a payoff. All right. You know what I'm saying? This is more heading south though. 1122. Somebody wants to bring this into alignment, and somebody has a real hard time addressing what's unhealthy in this situation, what really happened back there. They would rather just like bring in a little bit of that kiss up energy and make it all better, but that won't make it better in this situation. And if you go for it, in fact, and you don't call it out, you don't take a stand, and you let those subconscious motivations like, oh, well, maybe I should just go ahead and buy into this, even though you know it's BS, you're going to end up on that infinity loop again. It's like you really need to digest this pattern once and for all, Libra. It's very important, because if you go ahead and take this, if you're a sucker for it, if you take the bait, you're going to get hooked back in, and you know what you're going to get? This. It's the same old thing. It's the same old monotony. It's just dressed up different. All right? So don't be duped. All right? You need to really face this squarely. That's what's really coming in play here. I feel very strongly. There are secrets here. There's stuff going on behind the scenes. It's suspicious. They're bringing you this offer of fancy feast, but something's gone foul. You can't trust this. There's secrets here. There are. There's a reason why this is coming forward now and wants to come into alignment with you. All right? There's secrets here. There's also been a little bit of disruption in what used to be, you know, it looks like this third party situation, or multiple people involved in this situation that at one point were working together. But I see there's been a little bit of fallout here. It's sort of like every man for themselves, okay? And they want to pull you back in. Maybe you're the glue that kept that together, you know? They could all come together around being against you, Libra. With you gone, it's no fun. It's like there's no plot now. The whole thing was for nothing. The whole campaign's gone to shit, man. Yeah, you're like, look, I'm here chilling. I'm relaxed. I'm feeling good. I'm cool on my own. All right. I know y'all are still hanging around. Just because you ain't talking to me don't mean I don't know you ain't hanging around. I know you are. I know you've even sent some people in. Test the waters. You know, feel out the situation. Where's Libra at? Oh, I know. I'm well aware. It's those vibes, okay? And I think right now, Libra, you are very focused. You don't want to get sucked into drama, because look what you got on the other side here. Abundance, okay? Abundance. And I feel certainly financially, your fortunes are on the rise, all right? You're doing very well for yourself here. You took a particular bull by its horns. You took charge of a situation. And I feel like since then, you've been very much focused on what you've been building for yourself, and you feel quite good about it. You're in hermit energy. You haven't been really focused on connecting with others so much. You see that 18 is 9, 27 is 9, you know? You really realize, like, sometimes it's better to just kind of like go your own way, focus on what you're doing. I think you're fine on your own too. Ted says yes. Ted agrees. And if Ted says it's true, man. but I feel like there's a little adventure coming in here for you, okay? Something's about to kick up in your life, and I do feel like you are heading to a time when you're moving out of your sort of like isolation period, or just sort of like focusing on your own. Now's the time when other people are going to start coming onto your path, but you have to understand that some of those people are bringing forward dubious propositions, and I'll tell you that right now. They're camouflaging their true intentions. We have the fox here, all right? There's a fox in the hen house. There's some stealth activity going on here. There's certainly people paying attention to what's going on. And maybe it's sort of like a little bit of a dichotomy here, okay? You might be dealing with somebody who's very much upfront, you know, as far as in public view, okay? This could be somebody who has a real public presence, okay? You may have a public presence. You may have a platform. You may have some kind of line of work that, you know, puts you out there. So if that's the case, if you're really active on social media, or if you're a YouTuber, or if you're involved in some kind of creative pursuit, or you're in some kind of position where you're the face of something, or you kind of have to be out there on a public level, oh, nobody's gone anywhere. They're paying attention to what's going on here. There's also this piece, though, too, about maybe even paying attention to potentially some growth you've been experiencing. You know, but there is somebody here who wants to kiss the boo-boos and make it all better, right? They know that some rough stuff happened back there, but they do still feel, you know, there's a connection here. There is a passion that burns, but don't let it, you know, make you do something stupid, Libra. You can't just sweep this under the rug. You can't just get caught up in like the adventure of the moment. I mean, there's something here that really does need to be addressed, because I see there was something very unhealthy that happened in this situation. And it could be that some of this unicorn energy here is still kind of like on the periphery. Maybe they know somebody is about to approach you. Maybe they know something is about to advance for you. And so they're kind of like sussing things out. We're going to get more details here. I'm going to go ahead and bring in this Tarot of the Divine. Excited to bring it in. Ooh, yes, look at this. Bottom of the deck, there's conflict here. There's conflict, there's competition here as well. There's also some lively banter. There's maybe some pressurized feelings. Somebody may have, you know, passions they're trying to contain. They're frustrated. They got some sexual frustration in this situation. That might be adding some heat to the mix, okay? There might be a lot that's being contained behind those bars, behind those, you know, arguments that are spewing up there, right? There might be a lot of passions involved. People might feel very passionate about their positions in this situation. There are too many cooks in this kitchen. It's problematic. I think you've been avoiding this. I also feel like you've been, you know, very focused on what you're creating for yourself, and you've had to stay, you know, out of this too, right? So do be aware at the distraction that this could create with what you're currently focused on, working with here. I mean, man, with Pluto in retrograde and Aquarius, all those things that, you know, could drag us back to hell and keep us from moving into that place of expansion are going to be starting to stir up again. So do be aware of this influence, Libra. Please don't be on the infinity loop. Whatever you do, I don't care how awkward it is or what you have to do to digest those like sort of repetitive patterns. Don't go down the same track, okay? Don't buy into it. I don't care if it's more convenient. I don't care if it would make things easier for you. And maybe you don't want to deal with any messy situations right now, but please just do what needs to be done to officially, you know, disrupt whatever has been a habitual pattern in this situation. I feel like it's really key. You've got some good stuff coming your way, and I feel like you're just about to really, you know, head down that yellow brick road. You're about to have a grand adventure open up in your life. It's everything you've been working toward, okay? So don't blow it. Don't deal with things the way you have before. It's really time that you stick to your guns in this regard, all right? Bottom of the deck energy. Oh, Queen of Swords. Come on, cut it out. Don't take it so hard, man. People feel like you're super cold and you're super cut off in this situation. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Maybe you are a bit cold right now. Okay? Maybe you are a bit cut off right now. I think you dealt with some situations where you feel like, I don't know if it's even safe, you know, to open up to any of this, okay? You dealt with something really harsh. You had to be quite steely here. I think a lot of people see that your actions were pretty severe in their minds. But I think that's because of the nature of the situation here. It looks like it was pretty volatile, okay? So whatever happened here, you felt like you had to be really harsh with it, perhaps, okay? This is, you know, in reverse. So I do have to call it out, Libra. You know, you might need to kind of like let down the guard a little bit, right? Just a little bit. You don't need to be as harsh now. I mean, it looks like you've been chilling. Maybe you're just really angry at the proposition. Maybe it's who reaches out or how this starts to come back in. It reminds you a little bit too much of what happened back there. And you're like, oh no, we're not doing that again. All right, what's coming in here for Libra? What does Libra need to know? You might need to get a little bit of a different view in this situation. You might be too guarded, okay? Soften a little bit. You can stay in your power without being bitchy, okay? You can stay in your power without being bitchy, and you can even take a hard line in a situation and you can communicate it with love, okay? So do be aware of this. This is interesting. Bottom of the deck energy, 8 of Swords, okay? Don't let, you know, your sense of confusion or getting too caught up in your head and your stories cause you to act like an ass, Libra. All right? There is a way that you can still stay in your power, that you can speak your truth, and where necessary, draw boundary lines without popping off, without being really cold, without being cruel, okay? You can communicate, but you have to communicate with love, right? I think maybe part of this, like 8 of Swords too, part of the guarding might be like, look, I'm not going to let you make an ass out of me, all right? You know, maybe I did that before, but that ain't who I am now. I can see that too, okay? There's some defensiveness here, though. I have to call it out. Oh, yes. And this is because somebody is approaching you. They're approaching you from a place of wanting to share their emotions. They feel really confused, you know. They don't know how you can move things forward here. They want to move things forward here. They want you to really, you know, see a future, see a possibility of moving forward toward a future with this. And when I brought all that in, it was 23:23 on the clock. So this is the wild card energy. It's possible here that, you know, you're dealing with a character who has had to do quite a bit of tempering. Ooh, interesting. Look, they have a key in their hand on this side, and on the other side, they have this wand energy here, okay? So, you know, maybe they want to use the wand to unlock the key to your heart. They might be trying to weaken your resolve a little bit, but it is coming through in an emotional sense. We got hawk energy here. Okay, so this is somebody that, you know, is connected to that journey towards your north node. You could also be dealing with an Aries here. You could be dealing with a water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, all right? Somebody is really feeling like confused here, all right? They don't know how to get the key to your heart. They don't know how to get you to soften. They don't even know how to get you open to seeing a new perspective, a new view in this situation, or a way to move forward. They feel like in two minds about it. It could also be that you got two suitors coming forward here. One you feel passionate about, one you feel like offers a key to your future. You may be wondering how come they can't both be the same person. I got to bring in all the themes as they're coming in here. Maybe there is a way that, you know, these two different, you know, aspects can be satisfied. What if somebody can be both your passion and the key to your heart? All right. There's some details here that need to come in. There's a perspective you need to gain here. Give me some more information about this. Somebody's coming forward. They're communicating from the heart. They may also be expressing some confusion. They still have passion here. They want a revival in this situation. I also think they have sexual frustration. All right. They're trying to figure out, how do I get an in? How can I make you open to this? How can I, you know, unlock your heart? Because, man, you got like that under lock and key. It's like padlocked here. I don't know how to get through that thing, man. All right. So there's something here that's really wanting to be resolved. It's creating a lot of confusion. Okay. A lot of confusion, you know, for one or both of you. I feel like it's both of you. Maybe somebody doesn't understand why you like cut something off so cold. Maybe they don't understand what's got you in this defensive position. I think the key is communication here. And I think the key is to bypass maybe an automatic response, to just defer to like, oh, you know, let's just hop in bed and make it right. You know, that's not going to work in this situation. There's definitely emotions coming through here, and there's a need to disrupt previous patterns in this connection. What is this about? What is this about? Give some more detail. You need to have some perspective here, okay, with that hawk medicine. You also need to pay attention to the signs. I think before this character approaches you, you're going to see synchronicities picking up, okay? Spirit's going to be talking to you, so pay attention, right? You're definitely going to have to make a choice here. You know, you're going to have to choose what direction you're going to go, right? You can't just stay here at the crossroads. Here we got Queen of Cups, you know. This is like suppressing the feelings, suppressing the emotions. There could be a Queen of Cups involved in this situation as well. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is the subconscious operating here as well. Things that are submerged that haven't come to light yet. Maybe somebody doesn't know how you feel. Maybe they don't even know if they have access to your heart right now, because you're really like suppressing the emotions. Oh yeah, there's a little trickster energy at play here, I have to say, with this Wheel of Fortune. But, you know, it may be a trick that you're playing on yourself, I have to say. There's a little need to be mindful of how sometimes, you know, webs can be spun to create deceit. It's possible there is some element of that in play here. There's definitely been secrets, and I think that's kind of what's holding things up here. Things haven't been completely up front, but there is a way to go beyond this, but only if you disrupt the old patterns. You can't continue to entertain the same old BS. I really feel that's so important here. And if so, then it doesn't have to be chaos when this comes forward. You can master the situation, and you can form new webs of connectivity. You can actually weave those threads creatively, and you get to decide, you know, how you're creating your life moving forward, and certainly within these dynamics. But you are dealing with a little bit of trickster energy here. Some of it could be coming from your own subconscious influences, stuff that hasn't come to light for you yet. There could be a real history here. There could be some really loaded emotions here. You could have some trauma you're processing here as well. It does feel like something's been compromised in this situation, and it does feel like there's been too many people in the mix. Something doesn't feel right here, all right? And I think that's what's creating the confusion and the protective elements in play. What's this crossing energy? Four of Swords. Yep. Four of Swords. It's interesting here. We got like this wolf energy here. And there's like a sword going through the mouth here. Okay. So somebody's got a truth that they want to speak. Look how they're all bound up there. Somebody's got a truth that they want to speak. but they felt like they haven't been able to communicate it for one reason. This person's really been holding in a truth and they need to let it out. There's definitely been a pause in this situation. Oh my gosh, I got sentience coming in here, right? There's been a pause in this situation, but somebody's preparing to move beyond this. I feel like you let this go, all right? You let this go, but you may have let it go, but it's still got a hold on somebody else. It's like you've come to a place of acceptance. But I feel like what's happening here is somebody feels really bound up by the fact that they haven't been able to communicate an essential truth in this situation. Yeah. Okay. Any more details about this for Libra Spirit? Any more details about this for Libra Spirit? Oh, and I want to get that top card from the Angel Tarot because when the card flew out, it landed on top of that top card. So I'm meant to pull that out and have a look at it. I will before I read this next card that comes out here. Any more details, Spirit, about this situation that need to come in for Libra? 31, 33 on the clock, okay? So something's coming in here that's a building block for the future. I feel like where something's been put on pause, it's not going to be for much longer because somebody has some truth that they need to communicate here. It's tying them up in knots. And just as I say that, the blockage coming in. Yeah, this is interesting. So we have the King of Coins in reverse here, all right? So I feel like somebody invested in a certain direction, 7 of Coins, also in reverse. Somebody invested in a direction that cost them big time. They thought that they were heading toward, you know, something that was going to have some kind of longevity. They thought that they were heading in a direction that was, you know, going to provide a foundation for their future. They thought there was going to be growth in this direction. And then they realized when they headed in this direction that it was sort of like a way that they sort of tripped themselves up. This ended up really burning this person in the end. This person might have suffered some kind of loss too, right? They lost something that was very stable for them. In some cases, this was you, Libra. You were like their stability, you know? Maybe it was hard for them to head in a particular direction with you or invest in a particular direction with you because they knew that heading in that direction meant a fire test of truth, right? It meant transformation was on offer. They weren't ready for that. They defaulted back to their usual, you know, sort of protective MO and heading in a direction that felt safer for them. I also feel like not only did they not invest in this with you, everything slowed down. Oh my gosh, so much blockage. Everything slowed down to a grinding halt. Okay? Turtles move very freaking slow, man. They move very slow. But then there's also that piece of the tortoise and the hare, okay? That fairy tale where we know, you know, sometimes it looks like you're really getting somewhere. You're going forward, you know, rushing in, and, you know, you think that you're going to win. You think you're going to, you know, get this wonderful, you know, opportunity. And actually, if you would have just slowed down a little bit, you know, there's a lot that could be learned much better, you know, in having some forethought than in hindsight. And I feel like that's a case here. You know, somebody rushed forward with something. And it could have been rushing forward to a particular, you know, sexual dalliance or something that seduced, you know, something that seemed like it was a glimmery thing. They rushed in, they lost a certain level of stability, they lost something. And also, you know, there was something that happened there that it burned. And they're wanting the transformation in this situation. What is this card here? 5 of Swords. This has to do with betrayal, okay? This has to do with betrayal. And there's this piece here that I think somebody wants to call something out in this situation. They want you to understand where the betrayal came from and what sabotaged the connection. Interesting. I have to say, desire to know and the acquisition of wisdom. Maybe you've had questions about this. I feel like whoever this is coming forward, they're going to let you know what happened back there and where the problem is coming from. But if you're too guarded, you know, where you're not even willing to receive the communication, then you're going to block some essential knowledge that you need, Libra. All right. Yeah, look, once you have this knowledge, you may feel differently about the possibilities for moving forward. The Chariot arrives on the scene. Okay, Cancer energy there. All right, one more pass. Any final details here for Libra that Libra needs to be aware of in this situation? Somebody's going to get called out, okay? There's somebody here that caused a deep betrayal in this situation, and they're being pointed out, all right? And I feel like that's what you got coming towards you. Somebody's going to fill in the gaps for you here. So don't be so, you know, closed in your mind or in your heart that you don't allow this communication to take place, because something does need to happen here. And I do feel like it is important for you not to compromise. Don't allow yourself to get pulled into drama. Maybe somebody wants some answers from you. Maybe somebody accused you of something, Libra. And so this person's giving you the benefit to sort of like speak your piece in the situation, tell your side of the story. That's possible too. All right, Two of Swords. This is you, okay? So I feel like, look, it is important that you do maintain, you know, your sense of personal space that feels emotionally, you know, right for you. I do see the flames here. I feel like you're in a process of transformation. I also feel when this news comes in or this communication, you got somebody advancing towards you here. You do need to kind of like take some space to yourself. You do, because there's going to be something that you need to get very clear on here. You're going to need to sink into your intuition. You're going to need to allow, you know, your view of the situation to transform before you really speak to this. And I do see you in this space where you're like, I need some time. Okay, give me some time before I decide if I'm going to move forward with this. I feel that's going to come in here. It's a proposition to move forward. I mean, we see it reflected. Two of Wands here, Two of Swords. Okay. This person may be wondering if you're going to, you know, open up that door, you know. I do see a little time out here. I do. With whatever comes through here, it does reveal some kind of betrayal, right? And it's tricky. I think you know it's tricky. You need to take your time in making this choice, all right? Don't be rushed. Don't be rushed, okay? So I feel like this is something that you do have to master, because you may desire to sort of just get to the good stuff, all right? There's something you don't want to rush here, all right? And that is the key. That is the key to having a new way of moving forward here, all right? Is that you don't just like get caught up in impetuous behavior or ruled by your passions. Whatever you did before in this situation, you need to do it differently. So if you used to just say like, forget it, I just want to get to the good stuff, I just want that makeup sex, like, no. You need to slow your roll a little bit. And I think when this happens, it does create a little disruption, because this character is going to feel like, wait a minute, this never happened before. And maybe this is something that's already happened. Okay. So I feel like there's something to sort out here for sure. But I don't see you being in a cold place. This doesn't look cold. Okay. With the Queen of Swords coming in the way the Queen of Swords came in, maybe your actions did seem too harsh, but maybe there's missing pieces here that you need to provide too. You need them to understand your side. I feel like there's been a bit of a communication breakdown here caused by interference and too many cooks in the kitchen. All right. So something's getting straightened out here. I don't feel like you're cold. This looks very balanced. And it also looks like you've just been in this place of really wanting to understand what you're feeling emotionally, sorting out your own healing, taking responsibility for your own healing, and also really getting in touch with what's true for you. I also feel like you've been going through a huge transformation, and it's been happening all on the internal level. And that's a journey you go through alone. You can't necessarily, you know, share that with everybody. So where they may think you're super cold and blocked off, and maybe there's somebody who's, you know, alluded to that. Maybe Somebody is speaking on your behalf that you didn't ask to even speak for you, okay? There's something here that needs to be communicated clearly and cleared up. There's definitely been betrayal in this situation. And if you look, there's a couple here who's been burdened by somebody. This character's like on their back, man. All right? Just saying. Okay, so there's something here that's getting straightened out. Let's do a cut of the deck here and see what we got. Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I mean, they got some determination here. They got the power of the goat with them. You know, a goat can make anything happen, man. A goat is very tenacious. You could be dealing with Capricorn too, right? This person could have a strong Capricorn influence. It's possible. But I feel like this character here is perhaps a little bit of a pot stirrer too. I have to say, there is a spoon here in their hand. They might want to stir the pot. This character might be a little rebellious, you know. That might be the way they move, all right? I do feel like they're really ready to deal with something here. In some cases, they may feel like, you need to lick the spoon, Libra. You're the one who stirred all this up. And maybe that's because somebody accused you of that with the Five of Swords and, you know, finger pointing at you, Libra. There's all this kind of energy in this situation. I see it. I see it. I see it. But look at it. 10 of coins, man. This looks like, you know, togetherness. This looks like stability. Maybe you can teach an old dog new tricks. This feels like an activation here too. Okay. Again, I feel like, you know, monetarily, it looks like you're in a pretty good spot. But I do think that there is the ability here, you know, to get things pulled together again. It does seem like it with the 10 of coins. All right. There's a lot of wild card elements here. All right. Whatever you do, Libra, you need to act from a clear place. This is so important here in this situation. What's behind this Knight of Wands? Ace of Swords. Oh, wow. Whoa. Remember that piece? Look at the Four of Swords. They have a truth that they need to communicate, but they've been all bound up here. Look at this. The Knight of Wands is coming in with an Ace of Swords. Look at that. And it's even got that web influence there, tied up in knots. They've cut themselves free from whatever this influence is or whatever had them all bound up where they felt like they couldn't communicate a truth. Maybe they know that when they communicate this truth to you, it's going to stir the pot. It's going to stir up a lot. Oh, I could see that. Okay. But they're ready. They're ready to cut through this confusion and the BS, all of it, and to communicate a truth. All right. Good to know. All right, what's behind this 10 of coins? Oh, yeah, the 5 of Wands. There we go. That's what it is. They know that there's been some deception stirred up. They know that there's a particular web that's been woven in this situation that's causing some problems. They know that this is going to get thorny here. I see that, but this character feels like they got what it takes. They're ready to stir the pot. They don't care, all right? And they got a lot of determination in here. This one comes in with the power of the goat. They're tenacious, man. I can get there. I can get there no matter what. I can climb up the side of a freaking cliff. Watch. Okay, what's behind this 5 of Wands? 7 of Cups. There's some glamour here. There's some glamour here. Right? But somebody is bringing transformation in this situation. Somebody is going to make things crystal clear. And there will be a moving forward here. There's some kind of transformation that's happening here. But, you know, it's sort of like, you know, there were people that were in a position of power here that were causing some confusion. You know, they were trying to sort of grapple for power here, I see, and it caused some problems, a lot of confusion, a lot of illusion, a lot of glamour in this situation. But with this 8 of Wands coming out and with the story of the rainbow crow, all right, there's something that's being balanced here. that is Libran energy in Native American birth totem astrology. The crow, the raven, this whole story of reclaiming the light from those who would steal it, reclaiming the light of from those who would steal it and use that light, use that power in an abusive way. And maybe this is what causes there to be a renewal of energy here that gets through all of the drama and all of the confusion. 3 of Coins, 6 of Cups. There's soulmate energy here, and there's a lot of trickster energy here. This is a to be continued read, man, because we can't get everything out of this that we need to. What I'll tell you is there is a desire to work through things, but you have to be aware of some characters on the periphery here, all right? This is a soulmate connection, and there is something that's being balanced out here. Look, Raven energy again, Crow medicine again. This is like something that's being balanced out karmically here. But there are those who would try to cause problems here. There are those who would try to steal away a particular opportunity. And I feel like that opportunity can be stolen away through smoke and mirrors, you know, spreading confusion, spreading illusion, you know, controlling narratives. All right. All of this is coming in here to play. There's also the ways we can sabotage ourselves from allowing the shadows of the past to hang over the present situation. So you also have to keep yourself in check here too, you know. But something is transforming here, and something's coming back around for an opportunity to revive things after there was a lot of betrayal with the 5 of Swords. But there's somebody here who's not willing to give it up. They're not willing to walk away from it and call things quits without first getting an opportunity to communicate an essential truth here. All right. I don't know what's going to happen here. Wild card energy, but we do have the King of Wands coming in. Again, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Phoenix rising energy, wanting there to be some transformation here, feeling there can be transformation here, and communicating to you is part of it. All right. Wow. I feel like I need to get one clarifying card here from the Halloween Oracle. The veil, the future. Yeah, there's a lot of elements in this read that make it kind of dicey. You got to really be careful. There's something really powerful happening here too. There's a lot of transformation happening here. There's spiritual transformation here. There may have been really deep spiritual challenges in this situation, okay? There may be a lot of alchemy going on in this situation. Like there's a lot of people in a deep, like transformational process in this situation. You really have to be careful in this situation of the way you can sabotage yourself, right? I think that's why it's going to be so necessary to not rush ahead, okay? Pause, have time for reflection, so you can stay in your own energy and connected to your intuition. I feel like there could be people in this dynamic who could pull on your energy, and that can create confusion. So really stay in your truth and your own sense of feeling in this situation, which I think there's going to be like something about you're going to need to take a little space after this comes in. There's something you're going to need to consider here. So this is not going to get resolved in this one reading. This is something that's opening up, and it looks like it's quite a process, right? And there's a lot to sort of sort through here, Libra. Bottom of the deck, cauldron, synergy, and healing. So we know that something's healing here. Oh, I like that. The way that that knight came in. That knight came in with the spoon. It's like, yeah, let's get this cooking, okay? Let's cook up something that's actually nourishing, you know? Let's not stir the pot anymore, all right? But you might think they're here to stir the pot. Well, they want to stir your pot, all right? They want to stir that honey pot, okay? One final card here. Let's flip the deck. This is coming in very strongly for the collective too. We have to be mindful of that with the Libra reads. They do factor in collectively as well. Okay, everybody's moving through that Libra South Node energy. So A lot of people will probably find resonance with this read. That's why the Aries and Libra reads have tended to be a little bit on the longer side when they've been coming in, because they are really communicating to the collective. All right. Yeah, look at this. This is beautiful. I like that this came out. Okay. You have the strength to overcome these past challenges. All right. But I do feel it's really important here that you fully digest what's unhealthy in this situation, that you don't go on that infinity loop, that you actually close up the old cycle, which does require that, you know, you speak some truths, that you receive some truths as well, all right? And that you don't just like act out from a place of being self-protective, okay? But more reflective, okay? Just give yourself the opportunities that are like, pace yourself through this. It looks like it's going to be activating. I'm not going to tell you it won't be activating. I'm not going to tell you that there won't be people connected to this that are going to be totally activated. There will be, and you need to be prepared for that. So I think this is why you also need to take your time sorting through this, because there's a lot of tricky elements at play. Some of them are in relation to people surrounding this situation on the periphery, but some of them are within you and this other person that you're in negotiations with. So just take your time, because it looks like there can be a transformation here. It looks like you can overcome past challenges, but only if you really stay in your own power, your own sense of feeling in this situation, your intuition, and you really let that lead the way. This is a complex situation, but I think you have a way to untangle those knots, okay, and weave a new web. Not one of deceit, but of creativity and connection. And the results of that can be very far reaching. So don't shy away from it just because it's challenging, but do set healthy parameters around this before moving forward. And stay tuned. This is definitely to be continued.